We're here at Hampton Downs, New Zealand's premier racetrack, checking out this Yamaha's MT-09 Y-AMT. And while you might think, what's so special about riding an MT-09 on a racetrack? Well, this is the Y-AMT version, which means we don't have a clutch lever, we don't have a gear lever, all we've got is a Tiptronic automatic. Let's see how it goes. Yamaha do three versions of the MT-09. We've got your standard MT-09, we've got an MT-09 SP, and then we've got this, the Y-AMT. So we've been running the Y-AMT here at Bike Rider magazine for a few months now, and we've absolutely loved it. On the road, it's just so easy to use. So when you're feeling a little bit lazy, or maybe you're commuting to work, you can run it in fully automatic mode. You've got D or D+, and it really works like an automatic car. It changes the gears for you up and down. There's no clutch for you to pull in when you stop. It really is like a twist and go. But then weekends, maybe you're feeling a little bit sporty, you can flick it into manual mode and that changes the whole thing. You've then got these flappy pedals on the left-hand side here, which you can change up and down the gears. It's got a beautiful little blip on the way down, and you've got different modes and different options with that. So you can change the power delivery, the throttle maps, all interwoven with these manual transmissions, and it just works seamlessly. We really have loved it. But we thought, what about a racetrack? It works really, really well on the road, but what about here, which is really the domain of your raw, normal, manual motorbikes? So here at Hampton Downs, it's quite an undulating, quite a twisty circuit, and what that means is you spend a lot of time on the edge of the tyre or with the bike cranked over, or you moving around on the seat, because if you're riding at a racetrack you need to be shifting your bum off the seat, getting your knee out, and you spend a lot of time with the balls of your feet on the pegs. With a manual bike, you're therefore actually moving your feet around quite a lot because you need to change gear. So you've got the balls of your feet on the pegs, putting weight through the pegs, you need to get another gear, you have to move your foot backwards and forwards. It really does add to what you've got going on, and when you're on a racetrack you really do have a lot going on. So what I found with this, it takes all of that out of the equation. Okay, feels a little bit peculiar, you know, you don't have that clutch when you're cruising down pit lane and that sort of thing. You really are just on a bit of a twist and go. But as soon as I was going down the down ramp and entering onto the racetrack, it just became second nature. And just pull the trigger to change up gear and then push with your thumb to change down gear, and you get this satisfying blip when you do it. It really does work exceptionally well. Now, Yamaha reckon that they've tested the ordinary manual MT-09 and the Y-AMT on a racetrack, and they reckon the Y-AMT is faster. And after my time here today on Hampton Downs, I think I'd probably have to agree with them. Where I found it really made the difference was coming here, turn 2, turn 3, and again into turn 4. It comes up over a hill, and you spend a lot of time cranked over, not fully cranked over, but because between the two corners, you want to try and change gear, and on a manual bike it's really difficult because the bike is leant over. On this you've got none of that trouble. You just pull the trigger, change gear, and you're in the next gob, and all you've got to worry about is looking for your apex, looking for the next turn, grabbing the brakes and dipping back down the gearbox. Now the MT-09 comes with a whole host of electronic aids, so as soon as I put it into sports mode in manual, it changed the power map to 1, it put all the electronic aids down to their least intrusive, and the bike didn't miss a beat. I still had ABS there, but it wasn't as intrusive as it would be on one of the lower settings. There was traction control for if I got a bit carried away on the throttle coming out of turns, and the whole thing just worked really smoothly. Now, a lot of people have asked me who the Y-AMT is designed for, who would go for it. And after riding it today, I can pretty much say any rider will actually enjoy riding the Y-AMT. If you can get your head away from the old-fashioned, dare I say it, ways of using a manual clutch, using a manual gearbox, it's so involving, so fun, and it basically changes the dynamic of riding a motorbike. On the racetrack, it's certainly made life easier, and I reckon if you're new to riding on a racetrack, that actually this would make your life easier. Again, if you're new to riding on the road, you can put it in fully automatic, it will make your life easier. But then as your experience grows, you get faster, you get better, you can put it into manual mode and you can have just as much fun, you can ride just as fast, you can ride on a racetrack, all the things that you can do on a manual bike, but you've then got the automatic there for when you just want to relax, you just want to calm down, and you just want to twist and go. It really is, dare I say it, the future. And you just have to look at what the other brands are doing at the moment. KTM, BMW, Yamaha, Honda, they've all got their own versions of automatics. And while they've all done them a little bit differently, I just think this Yamaha version works exceptionally well.